Are you in prisons of the first?
We got our work in, Johnny. The guys that threw off the mound today did what we had anticipated, and that's just to begin to develop some rhythm, repeat their delivery. No one's going to certainly make the team today, but I thought overall a good work day.
Was there any casualties?
Yeah, Clay strained his right hamstring on a covering first base, so there's no time frame yet. He's day to day. He'll get reevaluated tomorrow, and then we'll have a better read on how many days he's going to need treatment.
How bad was it? Was it?
Mild strain, but enough to get him off the field.
How disappointing is it to have one of your pitchers go down the first day?
Well, it's not what we drew up, Johnny. I know that. We'll know more tomorrow in how many days he might miss, how many bullpen sessions he might have to make up. But at this point, he wasn't scheduled to make his first appearance until sometime in that probably day 5 of the game schedule. So, we're not going to pin ourselves to any time frames right yet until we get the training staff gets their hands on him tomorrow when he comes in.
What does something like that do to a pitcher, John? Just his everyday work and things like that, this early?
Well, again, time will tell how many days he misses. But just in my conversations with him over the offseason, the way he came into camp, he's in good shape. Yet when he reached down for a ground ball on the move, covering first base, he felt the strain, and we weren't going to take any chances at that point.
Are you going to be cautious with, extra cautious with the pitchers?
Extra cautious?
Yeah.
Nothing out of the norm. There's no reason to be. I mean, individual guys have conditions that we're monitoring, as we talked about before, whether it's Dubron, Breslow, and certainly now with Clay. But other than that, no.
John, you've been through this before, obviously, with the World Baseball Classic having to be factored into spring training. It's February 12th. How do you get this team ready that quickly, and how sped up is everything?
Well, the only thing that's sped up are those players that are involved in the WBC, and yet we can't shortcut anything. We can't increase the pace in which they get to game condition. So we certainly take into account that they're going to be in competitive situations, probably more so than spring training in the early part of March. That's the delicate balance to the tournament being played at this time of the year, but that's a discussion for another time. But we've got to make sure that we start to build each pitcher's foundation. That starts today.
John, what's the potential of the staff?
Well, the potential of the staff, when you look at the abilities here, the talent that's here, and certainly the track record that many have had in recent years, to me, this has got the ability to be a well above average pitching staff. Now, we also know that there are individual needs along the way here that we've got to get guys back to what they've done well in the past, the consistency to which they execute. But this is I think, a staff that's very talented. To start to put numbers on it, we're not in that position to do that. But at the same time, this is a staff that's got a lot of veterans on it that have had very successful careers to date.
Speaking of the WBC, have you heard anything more about Bogart's positionally?
He'll compete to play third base with the Netherlands. If not, he'll get his at-bats DHing.
So leading into that,
We'll get some work at third base for him here, yeah. We don't want to send him in cold where he's been primarily a shortstop. There's going to be different angles to ground balls that he'll be exposed to, and we'll be sure that we get some work days leading up to that.
What can Clay do in the next few days?
Well, he's going to be receiving treatment multiple times a day. It's a mild strain in the belly of the hamstring. It's not the connective areas either up underneath the buttock or down near the knee. So in terms of the placement of it, it's probably the best that you could hope for in this situation. So it's a matter of treatment and ultimately strength testing. And there'll be some functional tests before we get him back on the field